sensation that it comes with it.
And fighting the cold season, foods you need to eat to stay strong. Thank you for joining us. My name is Sharon Momanyi. Our sign language interpreter tonight is William Sila. Now, more than 7 families this evening are grieving the loss of their teenage daughters who succumbed to a gruesome early morning fire at the Moi Girls High School in Nairobi. The cause of the fire, which began at 2 a.m. at a dormitory in the prestigious girls' school, is yet to be determined. KTN's Timothy Otieno reports.
It's barely 7 days since students here resumed learning ahead of a busy academic program that often accompanies the 3rd term of school. But an early morning inferno, which has since claimed the lives of at least 7 Form 1 students of Moi Girls High School, Nairobi, will ensure learning this time round is disrupted. It's not yet clear how the fire began, but preliminary assessment of the scene indicates that the blaze may have originated on the upper middle floor of this 2-story dormitory that exclusively houses Form 1 students.
It's very hard to tell what actually happened.
But our prayer is that we secure this place to find out really what caused this kind of fires, and so that something like this will never happen.
And indeed, the place was secured. The Education Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Fred Matiang'i, directing that a forensic team led by both the government chemist and pathologist sift through the scene to help distraught parents identify the remains of their children.
It is a very, unpleasant scene to behold. But I'm told there are 8 charred bodies which are in there. They are doing DNA tests so that they can be able to establish who is who in there.
President Uhuru Kenyatta would console the families, taking to social media to send out his condolence message. The young women touched by this tragedy are the best of us. Diligent, committed to learning, he would tweet, even adding that the families affected can be sure that the government will investigate the matter fully.
We have decided to close the school for 2 weeks so that we allow you to settle down and come to terms with what has happened before you can continue with your studies.
By 4 p.m. Saturday, 51 casualties had been received at the Nairobi Women's Hospital, with 40 students discharged from the facility. 11 students are, however, spending the night in hospital, with 2 of them in critical condition.
It's only one of the students we have here who has got about 66%, 66% burns. That is the one who's worrying us a bit, who's more serious. The others are stable. They are fine.
You will not push me. I want to see the body. Excuse me. Let me see the body.
But back at the school, information was not forthcoming and parents were an angered lot.
You are not a parent. You are not a parent. You are not a parent. Some abuse about your recognition. That's the true position. I must tell you the truth. So therefore, that's why I've called in the experts. That's why I have the chief government pathologist is in here. Among just a moment, along with other pathologists, I've called in the government chemist experts. They are in here. Why don't we give?
Answers. How long will it take?
So that we can cool down.
How long?
Remember, they are experts. I'm just a policeman. All right?
There was a lot of congestion here. It was said to talk to the parents, and they said that in that particular boarding house there were 100 children. So of course, when you have a calamity like that and you're trying to get out of the boarding house, it's very difficult when you're 100 of you and you're suffocating from smoke.
This school needs a lot of prayers and support so that they can reconstruct and get on with the work, and that the children are not adversely affected with their education at this very critical time.
The Education CS is expected to receive a full report of what took place on the morning of Saturday.